Hello, so today I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step tutorial on how to do a full face of makeup, including eyeliner and a pop of colour on the inner corners of the eye. I've also put my hair up in two plaits so it's off my face with a headband as well. I've already cleaned my face with a cleanser. I've applied toner, so my next step now is going to be moisturiser. So moisturiser hydrates the skin. Now this is very important because when we apply our foundation we want the skin to be full of moisture, and if it's not full of moisture our foundation is going to go cakey and not look very nice. So I just get a bit of a moisturiser, put it in my hands. I'm just gonna start rubbing that on the face. Okay. Okay, just like that. My next step after moisturiser is in fact primer. So primer is really important as well because the primer actually reduces texture on the skin by filling the pores. As well, it actually keeps your makeup like stuck to your face, so it acts as like an adhesive to the makeup that we're going to put on. So again, we're just going to get a bit of the primer, about a pea size, okay, and then we're just going to start applying that to the face. Now remember to get the temples here, right here, yeah, here. I'm just going to spread that all over the face. Okay, I'd like to get a bit down the neck as well. Yep, and it's nice and tacky now. Okay. So now we've prepped the skin for our makeup, we're now going to start on the base. So the next step I'm going to be doing is applying colour corrector to uneven areas of my skin. So from what I can see so far, the uneven colour I have on my skin would be the red spots I have here and here and here. Maybe a bit around the nose area here because some redness there. And then I have some dark circles underneath my eyes, so I'm also going to cover those. So I'm going to start off with underneath my eyes. So I'm just taking my colour corrector colour wheel palette from Kryolan. I'm going to be taking the peach colour here to cancel out my circles. So using a small precise concealer brush, I'm going to take that product. I've already dispensed my product from the original packaging onto my palette for cross-contamination reasons. So I'm going to put my product on the brush and I'm just going to start applying this underneath the eyes like so, and that's it. Get a bit more on the brush and go over here, just do a bit on this side as well. And once we've got it on the eyes, I'm going to use the same brush and just start blending that into my eye. So the way I'm doing this is I'm just patting the product into my face in a downwards direction, like so. I'll do the same on this eye. Okay, like that. Now I'm then going to go in with the green here, the green on my colour wheel palette, and green cancels out redness on the face, so I'm going to be using green. Forgot to say that the peach colour, peaches actually cancel out darkness under the eyes for someone of a pale complexion. If you have a medium skin tone, I would suggest using yellow, and then if you have a deeper skin tone, I would use a orange colour underneath the eye. But green is for any colour, any skin type, for redness. So we're going to get the green colour again on the same precise concealer brush, and now we're just going to pack this on. We'll tap it again. Oh, a bit too much, so yeah, I'll just leave that product there. Tap it on areas that we want to conceal. I'm going to go a bit on these here, just because they're slightly red, and again, my chin, sorry. Oh, just going to tap the product in. And again, if it starts to, like if you have spots as well and it hurts, just go a bit softer. My spots don't hurt, so I can put a bit of pressure, not put a lot of pressure on, but you can put a bit of pressure on. Okay, I'll take the excess and I'm just going to wipe that in the nooks and crannies of my nose, just a little bit. Okay, then we're going to blend out anything that needs blending. So I'm going to blend these out. And this. If you don't have colour corrector, don't worry, you can just use concealer instead. And don't apply too much of this. We don't want loads of corrector on our face, okay? So I'm going to be going into foundation now. The reason we use foundation is because it creates an even colour across the whole face. So I'm going to be going in with my foundation shade, which is called Mont Blanc from NARS. I've just dispensed a bit of it onto my colour palette here. Okay. So we're going to go in with a flat foundation brush, okay? So if you don't know that your foundation is your shade, you can always put a bit on your jawline and just see if it matches the colour of your jawline. So if we just do a little bit quickly, if I just get my foundation, I'm just going to place a bit on my jawline. Now if it matches, which it is very, very close, I know that that colour is going to be good for my skin tone. So what we do is we go in with our flat brush. We're just going to start applying it to the areas that we want the most coverage. So I'm going to start off with the centre of my nose. Okay. Go up the forehead because we really want to make sure that these spots are covered. Okay. I'm going to start patting down. I will say don't apply any foundation underneath the eyes, because if you do this, you're going to cause creasing, and the more product that you have underneath the eye, the more chances of product creasing, and we don't want that. Okay, so we're just going to keep going in like this. Now after, personally what I like to do, after I've applied a bit of my foundation, I go in with a damp beauty blender. Your beauty blender should always be damp, and I'm just going to start tapping that product into the skin, like so. Okay, I'm going to tap over here. Yep. Okay, and we're going to go back in with our foundation on this side. Again, in the nooks and crannies. Don't forget to do this bit of your nose. Again, not underneath the eyes, around the eyes. Okay. Like so. And then we're going to get the beauty blender again, and then just dab that product in. Okay, and we're going to go again, more product on the chin area. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit more. Again, beauty blender, and just tap over all you've done. No. And the chin area. And a bit on the forehead here. Remember to forget to get the temples. And we'll just do the other side quickly. So I'm going to do here. Yep. And a bit of the forehead again. Yeah, make sure you really get it into the sides of your faces too. And beauty blender once again, just to tap it. So as you notice, while I'm applying this, or when I'm blending this foundation in with the blender, beauty blender, I'm tapping the product. I'm not wiping the product around the face, just tapping it into the skin. Okay, and the final step, what I like to do is, if your foundation, you know, isn't the perfect shade to match your skin tone, I just like to take a little bit and then just bring it down my neck, just to ensure that there's a seamless blend. Just going to tap that in. Again, not swiping, tapping. Okay, so I've blended all that and I haven't put any product on my eyelid or underneath my eyes in the foundation. So I'm now going to go in with concealer. So I've just dispensed a bit of this concealer onto my palette. So instead of using it straight on the face, which again is cross-contamination, I'm just going to be, well, I've placed a little bit on my palette and I'm just going to use that straight onto my face. So your concealer normally should be about 1 shade lighter than your foundation. Now the point of concealer is it just covers those extra blemishes that you want to hide. So I'm going to go a bit underneath my eye in the centre here. Okay, just here. Then I'm going to take it out a little bit. And then just going to place a bit on this area here. I'm doing it here mainly as well because I have a lot of just dark area of my skin here. So I'm going to just cover that area. And again, we'll do it on this eye as well. Just focus on the inner corners of the eyes. Pull that down a little bit. And again, same for me. I'm just going to cover a bit of this area up. The reason I don't go across the whole way of the eye because I think it's just too much product underneath the eye. Then again, I'm just going to go over my spots quickly that I've covered up just to give that extra coverage. So again, here and here. And then over these down here. Okay, and again, I'm patting the product in. I'm not swiping it across, I'm patting it in. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do on my face. So I'm going to take that beauty blender once again. I'm just going to start tapping that product in. Again on this side. Tap the product here. Now what I like to do for the eyes, I like to squeeze my beauty blender so I can really get into the corner of my eye. And we're just going to start tapping, blending that outwards like this, okay? Outwards like that. Okay, and then just blend this bit outwards. Like so. So again, tap it. You see? Yep. And then go outwards. And now I'm just going to tap that product that we put into the middle of the eyebrows. And then that's our concealer done. So next I'm going to be applying some setting powder. Now setting powder is very important because it sets the makeup in place and it reduces shine. So by shine I mean the oils that we have naturally on our skin can start to seep through our makeup. That normally happens on the T-zone area, which is the forehead and down the nose, and sometimes on the top of the lip and the chin area. I rather not apply my makeup or my setting powder all over the face because really it's not needed. I'm just be using my Kryolan translucent powder. I've already dispensed this onto my palette, so yep, again I'm not going to go straight from the container because that is cross-contamination. I'm going to be using a medium powder brush. Just going to tap that onto my powder. Okay, now we don't want a lot, so see how like when I've tapped that, I've gotten that much. We want to just tap the excess off like so. To give us that, I'm just going to tap it onto the areas that we need it. I do tend to get very oily on my T-zone area, so by applying setting powder, my makeup is going to hold longer throughout the day and less, and it's going to move less as well. And I always, once I've put it on, just wipe the excess off very softly. You know, you don't want to be doing this roughly on the face because you are then going to move the makeup underneath. So just remove some product, and yeah, so now you set your T-zone area. I then like to go in with a smaller fluffy brush like so and just apply a bit on the top lip. I tend to get a shine there throughout the day, so I feel like by doing this you're going to avoid that. So yeah.